What makes a man alpha, right? You got the animal kingdom version, and then you got man's kingdom version.
I think it's very similar. So it's a leader. It's a dominant male in his little community.
Whatever you fear becomes your God. Mm-hmm. So you give that power to dominate you and control you.
Right.
So in that moment, instead of checking the fear that we have, instead of contemplating through the emotions to think on a higher level, we become subdued by them. We become slaves to them, and we move by them.
It's a form of paralysis that comes from that. And I think about my early days of boxing. Well, not my early days, like when I was starting to get older, like a teenager, 17, 16,
yeah,
where punches start hurting. Because when you're a kid, nobody hurts each other, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when when the boys start getting testosterone and the punches start hurting, you will feel that energy in your stomach that can be manifested as fear. But I'm like, boxing, I give so much credit to boxing because it taught me how to win. Like it taught me the importance for me to win, right? So, and I feel like that's something that's on a lot of us black men from like big cities, right? Because it's where I'm from, like in Brooklyn, it's too many people, right? So resources are limited, right? So you gotta really fight hard to get out and to win, or even playing football with everybody or whatever. So you could, you wanna get picked for the team the next time, so you go all out, right? You do what you gotta do to win. So with boxing, like when I would have that, and I don't call it fear, because it didn't manifest as fear. I would use it as fuel. Like that feeling is energy. And I would just use it as like I'm gonna kill this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like in my mind, I had this mentality that you really back here warming up, bro. Like you think it's gonna be competitive. I would say this kind of shit to these guys, you know what I'm saying? As an amateur, I talk so much shit, I seem so cocky, but it wasn't. I was really turned up. Just like a dog, my dog, one time, I had to pull him off a dog or two in his day because he's a very dominant breed. And if a dog runs from him, his no training, nothing. It's just all instincts, right? The pink thing come out, he's turned on for the fight, for the hunt. You know what I'm saying? He grabs the dog and he's about to start shaking. You got to get him. But it's the same with us to an extent because we're still programmed, right? And there are some of us that have a lot of these innate alpha or dominant and masculine characteristics that some people just don't have, and that's fine.
So that point right there, the alpha, right? Because I know it's a lot of more constructive conversation around male alphas and things of that nature, right? But what makes a man alpha, right? You got the animal kingdom version, and then you got man's kingdom version.
I think it's very similar. So it's a leader. It's a dominant male in his little community, in his tribe. You know what I'm saying? So you say with a lion, you have one lion, maybe his brother, but one of them is going to be the guy, right? And the other guy has no access to those women, right? Other young lions come around, they see all these women, they want to come around. It's his job to go fight them off, kill them or be killed. If you kill them, everybody feels safe, respect, they give you that respect. If that guy smash you, he take your pride, you know what I'm saying, and kill your sons, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's the same, right? So like I look at my little world, my little ecosystem, and this is something very interesting that I was reading not long ago about how our civilization, our species have evolved, right? So I think you and I are torn from the same cloth, right? And this society would not be where it's at if all men were like us.
No.
You can't have a bunch of alpha males, right? You need beta males. This is a nation of beta people, right? And that's not to say that in a bad way. So let's say.
So describe a beta then as well?
All right, so the guys that exist around the alpha that's not alpha. It's not even a bad thing. It's like this guy gets, let's take it to real basic.
All right, because I know by saying alpha and beta, it's almost saying they polar opposites, but it's not the same at the same time.
It's just levels of position. It's a hierarchy, right?
Yeah.
So the alpha has, and I'm not saying that this is how we manifest this, but it kind of is. The alpha has access to more women, more resources. They usually have more, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's how it is in like with chimpanzees, bonobos, you name it, right? So, but this is what happens. This is how the betas, you know, won the war, right? All right, so an alpha, his default is when his social position is threatened, he reacts with extreme violence, fast. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about early humans and chimpanzees and other animals in the wild that have that similar hierarchy, right? So the betas had to come together and like, look, guys, it's like 30 of us. It's only one of him. If we just come around and team up, pick his leg, you get that, do that, whatever, we could take him down. And that's what happened. So that's why we have a democracy and not a monarchy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even though none of these systems are perfect, but they kind of work.